Yum. Whee! Whee! Hey guys, that's me, a girl from Iowa living in Mexico. I want to show you the best places to eat, stay, and play. So follow My Trish Advisor if you'd like to know more about this beautiful country. Hey guys, Trisha with My Trish Advisor. So today we are at Koox Ich Kool, which is Vamos a la Milpa, or let's go to the farm. So that's where we're at today, and we're with Carla from El Pirata, and she's going to show us what she's preparing for us in the pib, which is where they cook the meat and the food under the ground.
So I'm going to explain you the technique, okay? First, we put a lot of wood and we light it, and then we put some rocks, and with the heavy rocks, it began to break the wood, and the rocks began to get really hot. So when the fire is off, the rocks are really, really hot. We put the food in, then we put the banana leaves. So the banana leaves are going to give a wonderful taste and humidity and steam to our food. After the banana leaves, we put some wood. It's a special wood that doesn't burn with the fire, because another kind of wood change the taste. This is a special one. And now we're going to put the banana tree. So it protects the whole food, not because we're going to put soil after. So this will protect that the soil doesn't get into the food. Now we're going to put the guano. This leaf is called guano. This leaf is kind of disappearing in the Mayan zone. So if you see it, you cannot cut the leaf because you get in trouble. You can use, if you plant it by your own, you can use it. But it's great, it gives a great protection and a great taste to the food as well. So this kind of cooking, Mayan cooking, it's in all over the country, in the north for the barbecue, I think in different places of the world. Here, like the Mayan people do it a lot for big festivities.
So Carla and Roque just set up the pib, which is the pib that she just explained is the layers of leaves and dirt, and the food is actually going to be cooked below the ground. So it'll sit there for over 2 hours while we hike through. We're going to start with the garden and then go through a jungle trek. We're on our garden walk, and a part of the garden walk is they go through and they explain some of the fruits and vegetables to you. And one thing that I've completely taken for granted is that pineapples take about 1.5 years to grow. So I will never let a pineapple go rotten again, ever. Alright, so you guys all know, or now you know, I'm from Iowa, so of course one thing I had to point out was the corn. So what Roque just explained to us, which we're going to have some more information about Roque and his family, he's the one that's been tending the land. So every year the seeds, or I should say the corn is harvested. Number one, it's a much smaller piece of corn. So you can see here, it's much, much smaller. than the typical corn. And these seeds are from years and years of his family growing here. So every year they have the crop that's left behind and they use those seeds to replant. So it's never any seeds from anywhere else but the seeds that have been grown here. So this is much smaller than the corn in Iowa, that's for sure. All right, so we hiked through the garden, and now we're on our way to see the honey where the miel is made, which is very well known in the jungle, that a lot of the local Mayan people do make honey in the jungle. So a lot of times you can find it for sale on the beach, and it's fresh and natural. Let's check it out. So this is fresh honey, and he actually creates a special bread to keep the mama here so she doesn't go where other places to look for flowers. So let's see how it tastes. It's amazing, super amazing. So the honey I just tried is actually harvested right here on the farm, and they offer it at El Pirata. So you can get fresh honey at El Pirata. Yum. So we are up here near the Aleush Sanctuary, and this is a sanctuary that they hope that the Aleushes stay. And what that is it's like a spirit or a goblin, or it's kind of a mysterious sort of spirit. In the Mayan lands, they have to ask for permission of the Aleushes to plant and to harvest, and this sanctuary is specifically here to keep snakes away. So if you look inside, you can see there's money, and there's even the rock that like grinds the corn to make tortillas. So I just learned this, so this is pretty interesting. So hopefully it keeps the snakes away. All right, so we are in the jungle walk with Roque. And we're on a road that actually was made for the road from here to Merida to bring the trees that were for the gum. So now we're hiking on that actual road. Roque just explained to us that this is a zapote tree, and this is where they get the gum, the sap for the gum. And you can see how they cut it, and it has the ridges in it. They cut it with the machete, and it does it at an angle because it brings it all down to the same place that you'll see the bag at the bottom. And that's how they collect the sap from the tree. Woo! ate a 6-course meal. We didn't do much filming in between because I was too busy shoving my mouth full through the food. But we had anything from mahi-mahi to octopus. We also had some pork and some pork ribs, I should say, paired with wine and mezcal, of course. So I'm really full. In Mexico, there's a saying that says when you're really full, tengo mal de puerco, which means I have a bad pig. So I'm full, I'm happy. And one thing I definitely want to mention is I got to swim in this pool, and it's all full of cenote water, and for the next week they're basically going to water the plants with it. So this overall experience is really natural, and it's really beautiful to enjoy not just the place but also the food that you're going to eat. You get to experience it before you eat it because you do a walk through the garden, and you get to get in touch with the jungle, because the jungle, you do a jungle walk and you get to know more about the jungle and a little bit of history. So I'm full, I'm tired, and I'm happy. So I hope to see you guys here soon. It's a beautiful place to enjoy, and it's called Koox Ich Kool, don't forget. So get your butts here and enjoy in Mexico. Completely different experience. Mexico meets Maya in the jungle. It's perfect. See you guys. Bye.
What are you doing, Frank?
Sound effects. I got a crush.
Sound effects.
I literally got a crush.
Crush on the leaves. Good.
Frank is heading back right now to get his camera that he left with the Aleutians. His very expensive camera. Look at this guy. What'd you do, Frank?
I recovered my camera from the Lucius.
The Aleutians almost got his camera.
El equipo.
Dude in the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle. We've got the total team here working on My Trish Advisor at Koox Ich Kool in la jungla.
Koox Ich Kool.
Milpa. Milpa, vamos por Milpa.